to him about it. And what you get, like Brad, he can't, even though he put it on your calendar, he said he don't look at his calendar, he just, it's working. But he's got two things set up this morning when I called him.
Oh, welcome to the UCC for January, starting off the new year for Lee County. Here is a quick message from Mr. Lewis Panzer. Obviously, welcome to 2023, and we are at 811 bracing for more volume, so you should prepare for it as well. And I did call somebody. So when I started putting together the numbers together, I saw there was an increase in the updates. We'll go over that in a minute. And I contacted the individual who did it, and we called the whole 5 miles in at one time. I said, dude, you can't work on the whole 5 miles. Please don't do that. And then I said, then you're going to update the whole 5 miles, which puts a workload on everybody. Well, that's the first time we've always done this. That's the first time I said, I'm telling you, please. I said, people are going to blow my phone up, and I'm turning and going to blow your phone up. So let's just be proactive and don't do that anymore. Don't call in the whole 5 miles. So we're trying to get in front of that. The Northfield Dig Logic is coming, and I think it's supposed to be totally user friendly, and it's supposed to be implemented by the end, no later than the end of October. So the other is going to go away, and it will be the Dig Logic only. And he wants to say patience, planning, and plus process equals productivity. So kind of the project management portion of it. Please always look forward, plan your projects, call them in a timely manner. Don't call in 5 miles all at one time. I asked him, I said, just call in a mile and jump around within that mile, right? Because I understand you get to a project, you can't work here, we got to go somewhere else. I said, try to work within that mile if you can, and then move on to the next mile, call that mile in. Don't call in all 5 miles. I said, that's going to tie up a locator forever. And then you're updating it every 12th day to keep it good. I said, you might as well, they pull a trailer over there and camp there, put a mailbox out front, because they're going to be there. That's the only place they're going to be locating for you.
He'll call in no Broadway tickets.
Called in the
And
whole
he's not
5
gonna
miles.
be there till April. He said he's not gonna hit that area till April.
Yeah, 'cause I seen him the other day, the day you come back, I thought I seen him on your
Yeah.
thing.
I don't get people. So, there's
They don't care.
that's free,
They know
right?
how
It's
they're
free.
supposed to run, but
What?
exactly.
It's free to them.
Posted it.
It's free to them. So. There is an updated, if you go to the dirt light report, there's the updated page that you be checking out. So the root cause responses will allow for a more comprehensive list to choose from, therefore making the end data result better to determine the root cause. And I was just looking in your magazine here today, and in the dirt report from the CGA, it's still saying that the majority of damage are coming from supposedly professional excavators not calling in for a locate, right? Calling 811, it's going out there and digging and tearing something up. I turn this thing off. This is kind of a recap of 2022, what all we did and what happened throughout the year. That car is part of our virtual racing. That's up in Martinsville. We're sponsored with other states. The Call Before You Dig 250 on Friday. There's a recipient of the treasure hunt money. Just kind of a recap of what we did last year to help spread the safe digging message out and about in the community, to include the ball games. We went to, has anybody ever been to Bowman Gray Racing Stadium? I know first of the year I was mentioning we're going to be at Bowman Gray, and that's the event that we do a lot. We get a lot of exposure, I think, because we give a lot of free stuff away. So it's like a magnet. Everybody comes to us because it's free. Everybody else is selling stuff. There are vendors there, so they're again. Went to Salem. Yep.
Trying to think where.
It's loud in there. So I mean, that's a bowl, concrete, and they're racing the modifieds, and that stuff is loud. But it's a good time. It's fun. So let's jump into the numbers. First slide, of course, is always across the state of North Carolina. And this is going to be last month's. You can see there's a 5% increase in last month's request over 2021 in December. And year to date, there was a 7.1 increase. So we finished up the year, let's see, at 2,497,000 locate requests. Transmissions last month versus 2021, there was a 1.5% increase. And again, as a reminder, I know the ratio fluctuates a little bit, but it used to be 5.7, then it kind of decreased to 5.6. Now it's 5.4. So for every request that is sent to 811, it goes out to approximately 5.4 utilities that are in that boundary area that we call. And year to date, over 2021, a 3.5% increase. So again, we expect it to pick up even more than 2022 for 2023, and just kind of be prepared to do that. So if we look at the 3 hour, you can see the 3 hour went from 22 to 61. Not a whole lot, but percentage wise, it was 177% increase. The new tickets increased as well last month, 684. That's a 52.3% increase. And again, I looked up this, it kind of blew my mind. It went from 176 to 431, 144% increase in ticket updates. And again, it was the Boggs Boggs Contracting. They're installing a water line for NCDOT, and they say it's going to be 5 years. And again, they're calling in the whole thing at one time. So I reached out to that individual and begged him not to do that, please. And if they keep doing that, they'll show up on the naughty list too. So somebody eventually could say, you guys are calling them way more work than you're actually working on. And I'm going to refer you to the Underground Damage Prevention Review Board for excessive updates or something. I don't know. I mean, something to put them on somebody's radar. So if it continues, let me know. If this particular one,
I'll talk to him. I told him.
We need to get a hold of the DOT folks.
You get down there, you start work, call me.
Yeah, and he said something like that. We've got a good rapport with the locators, but I'm like, yeah, but you still got tickets that you have to have a good rapport with all the locators.
Exactly.
They're still getting a transmission bill every time you update that ticket, even though you got a good rapport, they're still getting a bill. But yeah, if we could get with the DOT who hired these people, right, and say you need to quit letting these people call tickets in and then update them continuously for that whole length of job when they could be more manageable. That makes sense.
You know, in Solid City, where they called in the whole Solid City at one time, and then they hit our line. It wasn't the same group, it was a.
Contract,
Subcontractor for.
subcontract.
Yeah. Chuck can tell you who it was, I can't remember, but I remember Chuck had it worked out where they were supposed to
Call.
let him know ahead, ahead of time before they
GP
dug, and then they ended up
associates.
hitting our line,
GP Associates.
GP and Associates.
And they didn't call you.
I told her, I said, you told me you were gonna call me before they all went all the way down, probably a mile down this road, and you never called me. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
So you gonna get a bill then?
What do you mean you're sorry? We're out here in the middle of the road trying to push this gas line up on the driveway, and all you had to do was call me and we would have marked it.
You gonna get a bill then? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know better than that. That's supposed to be.
Yeah, in the future, you may want to get that in writing,
Yeah.
because that verbal, I didn't say that to you, then it
Yeah.
becomes your
Well,
word
she
against their
didn't
word.
deny it. She
Yeah.
knows she talking.
Yeah.
She knows she had admitted to it. Me and her would have had an argument.
They're gonna be rolling out there in the street. The year to date, you can see the 3 hours actually down. The new tickets increased 7.7 and the ticket update 9.5% increase. We saw one of the drivers a while ago. Average locations per day, 46. And out of the 1,212, you can see Sanford always comes out on top. There was some small ones in here, Carolina Trace, and some of the smaller ones did call in some locations as well. Lee had 9 incidents or damages reported to NC 811 last month. And you guys have a lot of damages last month? Okay. So out of the 9, you guys didn't have any, which is good. All right, we've got some upcoming events. Tuesday, January 17th is going to be the North Carolina Underground Damage Prevention Review Board. They're going to meet at 10. And for location info, you can visit their website. They have their own standalone website, and you can check them out. Today, the state UCC is going to meet at 10. So if you want to check that out, you can jump online and join via the Teams platform, and you can access that through the ncucc.org. The LRPC is going to meet January the 18th. That's going to start at 11. That will take place at the NC 811 Event Center, and that's going to be a hybrid meeting. And then the board meeting is going to be January 20th. That will be over Grandover Resort. I'll have to put a suit and tie on for that thing. But yeah, not real happy about that.
Not a suit and tie man.
No, not a suit and tie, man. No. Not since I got out of the military. That's the last time I put them on. Yeah, so if you want to attend that, you can reach out to Miss Stephanie Brown for details, and she can give you some good guidance. As always, you can check out the NC 811 events calendar and the NC UCC to see where we're going to be out and about, especially when we do events where we're taking the mini excavator around. We didn't take it to Bowman Gray because it's so congested in there. And then we leave before the races are over. They have a bunch of different stage races. There is the NC 811 education team led by Miss Ann Rushing. A copy of this presentation along with the video will be uploaded to the NC UCC, so you can go back and check it out at a later date. All right. Barring any questions and or comments, that concludes my presentation, folks. All right, let's stop sharing here. So we are still this UCC's been leaderless since Michael with the city has vacated that. And if anybody would like to step up and be, you're basically doing what I'm doing now. The secretary is probably the hardest job. You start the meeting, you go over, he asks, is any old business from the last time we met? If there's no old business, is there any new business? And new business can include projects that you guys have going on or issues you're having with locates. We'll start over here with Chuck.
Saying you might, you tell me what I should do.
Customers, and when I hate this, they got a fence around the whole house. And they put dogs back there. I can't get to my meeting. Is there something when people sign on with us that says that we're supposed to have access? Yeah, he wouldn't let me back.
Yeah,
He said, no, you can't come back because I don't have time to put my dogs up.
that's a tough one.
And I said, okay, well, when the contractor comes through and hits your line, then we got, you know. Okay, all right.
The only thing you can do with that is document it.
Yeah.
And I guess we could, you know, we asked you, when could we do it? If we
Yeah.
get in there soon enough,
Right.
take care of it, or either call, and we have called the police department. before,
Oh, okay.
Because
I didn't know that.
they have to give us access.
That's what I told
It's just like turning it off and turning it
Yeah.
on and reading it.
Yeah.
We've had people say no,
him. Yeah,
but they can't deny us access. They might right then
yeah,
because of that reason, but
yeah,
they can't deny us.
yeah. Okay. See, we'll see, when we can, I'll try him again today and see if I can get back there. He's got pits and all kinds of stuff. Well, I ain't gonna.
No, I don't want you to go there. You did. But we've seen that happen before. And they lock gates and block the meter site with
Yeah.
firewood in a car. They don't want you to read the meter. So then we estimate, but somewhere down the line, we're gonna get in. So no.
All right, anything else, Chuck?
Know about all the other stuff.
No, we've been wide open. That's, we've just been busy. They've had right before Christmas time, they had a slew of locates coming through,
Folks.
but no, nothing. Everything's been pretty good.
You guys putting any new gas lines in anywhere in January or preparing to?
We still have that 42 project going on. I'll be glad when that thing's doing.
I thought it was about wrapped up.
Yeah, it is. It's just not finalized. We hadn't got the count together of all the pipe fittings and the warehousing part of it.
But the installation part is,
The installation part's pretty well done.
okay.
Got a few issues popping up here and there with, customers saying, hey, my septic ain't working good in the backyard, but we were digging in the front yard. We just want to be done with that project.
Right.
People will come up with stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But no, nothing that I can think of besides, small subdivisions.
So there's subdivisions that are going in.
And you guys are gonna serve them with gas? Good.
We're not putting, I think,
Contractor.
contractors putting it in.
I think that Hypertech, I think they need to communicate with us a little better.
Who is it?
Hypertech. They'll tell you that they're gonna send you prints, stuff like that, so for what they're doing and stuff, and then they don't do it.
They're supposed to send it via PDF, is that?
Yeah, they're supposed to, they'll send it to you over your text if you can get them to do it. They just don't do it. They'll tell you they're gonna do it, and they just tell you that you're gonna hear on the phone and then.
To get you off the phone? Yeah.
They're a little frustrating, but
Team's gonna be here for the next 2-3 years, so. We're lucky. They haven't hit us yet.
They're doing fiber
All-
install,
the whole-
fiber overbuild?
The whole time. They're gonna hit every street in Sam.
they're a little frustrating.
And they're doing the same thing with tickets, calling in, just like Bob's, the same.
And that's Hyper Network?
Hypertech.
Putting in fiber optic, new fiber optic company here, moving into town.
They're a
Yeah.
little better than Bob's. Yes, I give them that.
Everybody doing those fiber overbuilds, I guess they're getting a government subsidy or something.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see them spending all that money and not making it.
No, it take too long to recoup that money.
And because they're out there now, Charter's up there, putting in their stuff. They're competing like they did up in Raleigh. and Cary.
Yeah.
So you got 3 companies out there trying to get stuff in the ground.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
As quick as they can.
The 3 biggest ones I can think of are Google,
Yeah.
Verizon, AT&T.
AT&T. Yeah.
But there's some smaller companies doing fiber over bills too, trying to compete with them, so. All righty, well, that is all I have, folks. The next time we're gonna get together is gonna be the 14th of next month. If you guys are okay with it, we'll meet back here in the same place, Mike. Obviously, we have plenty of room.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get a few.
Okay,
Join us.
all right.
And since COVID.
I'm just poking fun at you.
A lot of people don't want to show, and people are understaffed.
Yeah, I thought I would generate a little bit of participation with the email I sent out, especially since I got some response. Yeah, and it's everywhere.
We have